HHN Special Storage. Let me tell you a story. And this is not a story of a man named Brady, but this is a story. This is a story, HHN Special Story. And this shit got to get talked about.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
This shit got to get talked about. And I know some people might not like what's about to be said, but it have to be said. And if y'all don't like the hood way I say shit, y'all just look up Anthony Ferrill. All right? All right. But before we get this party started, we're going to play
selling Flintstones with the bam bam. Gotta kick your ass like I'm Van Dam. Split kick your ass with the Trans Came from the Badlands. Detroit City, I'm a madman. Shooting at the feds on my last stand. Ripping out your eyes like I'm Sandman. The girl swallow roll balls, then Mrs. Pac-Man. But I'm the Pac-Man. Got a bunch of drugs in my lap. My guest sports, they all driving black vans. Some got an AK, some got an AR, some got the automatic solid time radar. That's above your pay grade. Kill before the day break. I have the world head spinning like a Beyblade. Dual wielding AKs, feeling like a Rambo. My girl got a sniper hiding out in the bando. Turn the pick the eradicate the stations, hijack the news and spread it to the nation. New domination, rebel operation. Only way to get it is we need corroboration. For the generation that will come after. Cyberpunk rebels, they ain't scared to blast you.
Shoot you in the head, son of a hoe. Do you want some more? Shoot the cricket guy, bet it's dome. It's time to go. Shoot you in the head, son of a hoe. Do you want some more? Shoot the cricket bed, it's dome. It's time to go. Shoot you in the head, son of a hoe. Do you want some more? Shoot the cricket guy, bet it's dome. It's time to go. Shoot you in the head, son of a hoe. Do you want some more? Shoot the cricket bed, it's dome. It's time to go.
Blast at the officers, raid all their offices, kill every narcissist and burn all the carcasses, burn all the paperwork, destroy all the data work, make sure every data center fucking stay alert. Run to your hideouts, run to your bunkers, run to your God, hope you save you motherfuckers. Crazy motherfucker, that's an understatement. I'm like the Joker, better watch what you're saying. Carve your whole face off, put it on the mannequin. Hardcore flows, this the style that is damaging. Yes, I'ma slap you, throw you in a nuclear reactor. Your body gon' melt seconds after. Walk in disaster. No, I'm not your ordinary rapper. Y'all in the street plants and some blasters. So I gotta blast you with these cold flows that I master. To the dark abyss where I cast you.
Shoot you in the head, son of a hoe. Do you want some more? Shoot the cricket guy, bet it's dome. It's time to go. Shoot you in the head, son of a hoe. Do you want some more? Shoot the cricket bed, it's dome. It's time to go. Shoot you in the head, son of a hoe. Do you want some more? Shoot the cricket guy, bet it's dome. It's time to go. Shoot you in the head, son of a hoe. Do you want some more? Shoot the cricket bed, it's dome. It's time to go.
Beyond the sorcerer, beyond the alchemist, God level flow, so many advantages. I am the catalyst. A lot of cannabis with examinate the coffee cane in your ass. Destroy the Vatican, destroy the Parliament, kill the president, turn his head to an ornament. Iron Fist tournament, I become the victim. Hurricane Stone's #1 killer.
All right, let's get to the news. I got to go to work in a minute. Want to get this on out the way. I got a couple hours though. I just got to try not to be on this bitch too long. But shout out to everybody. Shout out to Eyes Wide Shut. And shout out to everybody who's gonna watch on the playback. Much love to my goddess Vanta. Fuck YouTube for getting rid of your channel. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you're back yet. I ain't seen no fuck this fucking charger shit. Woo! Anyway, fuck YouTube for getting rid of your channel. You can't do ASMR. They don't want the video vixens. They don't want the lava lamp shit. It's like, goddamn, what the fuck? You know, it's discouraging people from being on YouTube. So like, she probably thinking what type of content to make. But like, at the end of the day, if people don't want to show their face or people don't want to speak with their voice, they don't have to. But YouTube is forcing us to make authentic content. Basically, hear your voice, see my face, and all that shit. You know, but some people value their privacy. But YouTube don't give a fuck about your privacy. So I just made my 7th TikTok. So go to my TikTok is Hurricane JW7 because it's my 7th TikTok. Yeah, but I put it in my bio. This is my 7th TikTok. Fuck big tech. Like, I should have said fuck TikTok, but I said fuck big tech so it could be all in the wide range. So that's where I'm at. And on X, I'm Hurricane JW, but viewer discretion is advised. You know, viewer discretion is advised. That's all I got to say. I got naughty videos to my content over there. I got naughty videos to my music. But yeah. And I got Cam Tape. I'm there as Hurricane. But Cam Tape is still bullshitting with the shit. And on Kick, I'm Hurricane over there. So yeah. About to find another better alternative than YouTube, and whatever's better is gonna be what I fuck with. But like, when it comes to the TikTok shit, the TikTok is just really, you know, so like, you could be free. You could probably do your ASMR, you could do your video vixens and the lava lamp. You can do it all in one. All your videos could be put on that platform. They say you can put up to 10-minute videos. So it could be short form, and the longest form is 10 minutes. So, you know, might have to do some TikTok shit, Valentine. I'm not, you know, I'm not sure, but I'm definitely over there at Hurricane JW7, and hit me up on my email. You know, where we at? Here we go. We right here. Yep, this guy that you see on my thumb, this man is named Anthony Ferrill. He just went what we like to call postal.
Big story, that shooting at a Molson Coors brewery facility in Wisconsin. One of the worst mass shootings in the state's history. Police say an employee went on a rampage, killing at least 5 co-workers. Alex Perez is in Milwaukee this morning. Alex, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Tom. More than 1,000 people who work here yesterday started out pretty normally until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, when suddenly everyone's worst nightmare became a reality. This morning, a tragedy at a Milwaukee landmark.
Never seen anything like this.
Police say an employee opened fire at the Old Miller Brewing headquarters, and now the Molson Coors Company, killing 5 co-workers before turning the gun on himself. Investigators say the former employee returned to the office armed, opening fire on staff members. Employees were evacuated along with neighboring schools as police searched more than 20 buildings on the company's campus.
I'm just glad I was able to get here in time, get them out of here, and just get them home.
All of us were just kind of in shock because we didn't know what was going on.
This worker says he walked away from the gunman to talk to someone else just seconds before the shooter pulled out the gun.
If I wouldn't have gone to talk to this guy, if it was to relieve me, I'd be one of them guys. I know that for a fact, because I would have walked right into what was going on.
More than 1,000 people were working at the sprawling beer plant Wednesday afternoon when the shooting occurred. This Miller Brewing site has been part of the Miller family and part of the city of Milwaukee for 165 years. And this is the saddest day that we have had.
Really? The saddest day? Why did the man go in there and shoot these people? Let's find out.
And authorities at this point have not released any other details on the 51-year-old gunman or his employment history.
Oh, you don't want to give out the details on the 51-year-old gunman because chances are it might be some racism involved. Or chances are a motherfucker probably snapped and said, you know what, I'm tired of all this racist shit. I'm about to kill all you racist fucks. Maybe it was that. He's working at a brewery, a Miller. Hashtag rich motherfucking family that getting paid millions while we get paid scraps working on a goddamn factory assembly line.
Clock it.
Fuck the Miller Corporation. Drink a Miller Genuine Draft. Bitch, I'd rather have a silver bullet.
Don't Miller make silver bullets? I think.
This community now coming together to mourn those that were killed. Robin, we're certainly thinking of everyone there. Alex, thank you.
And there's a scripture that says, surely,
Oh my God, I don't hear no
on the screen, 51-year-old father, husband, an electrician of 20 years.
Wow.
17 of that, of which he worked at that Miller Brewing Company in Wisconsin. And they gave you little details about the motive, and the company didn't really respond to the interviews and the questions that were raised in this next interview you're about to see. And so if you wonder why this happened, just take a listen to the individuals who used to work there and are familiar with the experiences that our dear brother had to face. Notwithstanding.
Now, one thing I like about this guy is, even though he's a Christian, not taking nothing away from it, I call him a conspiracy Christian. He grabbing all the motherfucking truth, putting it out there, acting accordingly. You start off with a scripture, you go off into it. You know?
The information in the video, they are automatically going to say, well, police have ruled out that race was a factor in this case. Just listen to the audacity of these people after the overwhelming evidence shows that this man was tired of the buffoonery.
Thank you. I didn't even have to watch the fucking rest of the video to hear him say it. Because I already said it. It's like, you probably got tired of the racist bullshit. I wish the whole world gets tired just like him. Oh my God, you want him to die? No, I want people to get tired of all this racist bullshit and go out here and start killing these motherfucking evil motherfuckers. They doing shit to make a person react, to get them fired. Well, guess what? He got more than fired. He took out some motherfuckers with him. And then he took himself out. What he should have did was took out some motherfuckers, waited on the police to get there, and went out in a blaze of gunfire. That's what he should have did. But I can't tell a motherfucker how to do his own motherfucking shit when it comes to blasting motherfuckers. But when it comes to strategically blasting motherfuckers, you better listen to what the fuck I gotta say. Because you could have did that shit and got away cool. You could have found out who did it. It could have took weeks, maybe a couple months. Find out who did it, and you go to where they at, and you blow their fucking head off. Go back to work like nothing happened. Jesus. It ain't what you do, it's how you do it.
Police just releasing new information about the Miller Brewery shooting, including ruling out the possibility that race played a role in the shooter's motive.
Really?
Our Madeline Anderson joins us live now outside the brewery's campus with the information.
That bitch had the audacity to say it. We're ruling out race in this before we even start the news segment. We're going to rule out race, everybody. We're going to rule out race. Really?
We've just learned. Well, yeah, and many have speculated that the gunman's actions were motivated by racial harassment he experienced here at work. MPD says, though, based on...
Bam! Like, this is not race-related, everybody. The first thing come out the other news chick, Bob, is, oh, yeah, this was racially motivated. Speculators say this was racially motivated. But the anchor chick was like, race did not play a part.
The witnesses detectives have interviewed so far in their investigation, they've concluded the gunman's statements and actions leading up to the shooting do not support that theory. As operations
Thank you, the shit was leading up to this moment.
at hold at Miller Brewery. Speculation grows over what prompted an employee to open.
And you said detectives investigated, not cops investigated. Detectives. When detectives come in, they're investigating. Some don't. Some would jump to conclusion and be like, rerule the evidence, no foul play. There's no foul play in this. Sheriffs would get on this bitch like, no foul play. Before you even know any, like, before anything was even investigated, no foul play. But when the investigators get involved, we got to study. We got to study who knew him, what was the climate before this incident. And they found out, oh yeah, there's a lot of racial bullshit going on. They don't want us to say nothing. They want us to suffer in silence. I want to keep my job, Chef.
Here at the campus 1 week ago, killing 5 coworkers before himself.
Some of the rumors have some validity.
Wilson Corps spokesman Adam Collins declined to comment on a possible motive Tuesday, but did confirm that back in 2015, someone placed a noose on the locker of the gunman, who is black.
The employee was not working at our company's going to brought to his attention. We investigated it fully. We looked at camera angles to try to understand if we could see who may have placed it there and take action that way. It was inconclusive, unfortunately.
It was inconclusive, unfortunately, but y'all have camera faces on everybody else. Y'all got a camera on spots where you motherfucker think a nigga stealing from you. Mind you, you're in the brewery. You gotta have cameras. So you don't have a camera by a motherfucker's locker, huh? It was kind of hard to see, huh? I got your eye on the motherfuckers stealing beers. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all had the camera. Y'all know who it was. And if majority of motherfucking white people work at the fucking brewery, nigga, it was a white person that goddamn did it. Because ain't no black person is going to put a noose on another black person's locker unless he's trying to get a white person fired. But highly doubt that, because people too busy trying to motherfucking survive and care about putting food in their belly in the fucking roof over their head to be even thinking about a white person that already has everything. You couldn't even see the person that put the noose on the shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Salute Jordan. What up, dog?
On a Saturday.
It's Saturday.
That it had to happen, but in the same case, I'm not surprised.
Fox 6 spoke on the phone with Raylan Claiborne, who says he worked at the brewery from 2005 until 2018 when he was terminated for what he describes as attendance issues. As a black man, Claiborne says he too was subjected to racism on the job.
I just experienced the pictures of black cartoons with them eating watermelon posted on the walls. I've seen with my eyes also the word rope written in bathroom stalls.
Claiborne
Right,
said
the word nigger written on bathroom stalls. They placing racist cartoons with the watermelon on nigga shits. It's like, come on now. They want somebody to act the fuck up, make a complaint, so when they see the person making a complaint, like, yeah, look at him making a complaint about it. Yeah, he's a snitch. Let's fuck him up some more so he can get wild up and get fired. Motherfucker came back to shoot y'all racist asses.
he ultimately filed a discrimination complaint against Miller with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, but nothing ever came of it.
The environment
Right, nothing ever came of it because they all racist. Only reason why your black ass is even being hired is because they gotta fill a quota. They really don't want us working. They want us in the streets, suffering, dying, and killing each other. They don't even want us on our own business. You know, when we rise above the bullshit. They're like, how this nigger make it? Block his loans for a business. Block his loans for whatever you want to do. You got to have a white person with him. Yeah, systematic racism, full effect, bitch. And if they do get a nice job, we're going to motherfucker run him away from it. What the hell you doing here, nigger? That's what they doing. Because they're putting it on bathroom stalls. They're putting stickers and nooses on people's lockers. And they say racism is not around. Get the fuck out of here.
Was toxic. Them eating watermelon posted on the walls. I've seen with my eyes also the word rope written in bathroom stalls.
Claiborne says he ultimately filed a discrimination complaint against Miller with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, but nothing ever came of it.
The environment there was
What up, dog? The knife. What up?
And police also said late this afternoon that based on their investigation so far, none of the 5 victims were involved in any racist behavior directed toward the gun.
You don't know that, bitch. Those 5 people directed towards you don't know that. You don't know that. Those targets was probably direct. But if he in that bitch and you don't know who did it. So yeah, he blasting at a whole bunch of motherfucking white folks because one of y'all could have probably did it. That's the mentality that he's going with. Oh, since I don't know who did it, I'm about to blast a whole bunch of white people. One of y'all did it. One of y'all know who did it, and y'all not saying shit about it. Cool. Everybody died. Blow myself away.
Therefore, police say that that retaliation as a possible motive has not been substantiated. Reporting live in Milwaukee, Madeline Anderson, Fox 6 News.
That is interesting. All right, well, thank you for that.
It is very interesting, Madeline, I would agree, because at the beginning they clearly say, well, police have ruled out race as a factor in the shooting. But less than 10 seconds later, the spokesman comes out and says, well, yeah, there were some rumors, and the rumors have validity. In 2015, a noose was hung in his locker. Now, mind you, it happened in 2020. So 5 years earlier, a noose was hung in his locker. And he wasn't there, though. It was an off day. And, we looked in HR and, we talked about it. And we tried to get the angles of the camera and see if we could. Man, y'all know who put that noose in that man's locker.
See, even he not stupid. Even he not stupid.
Probably one of y'all.
Facts. Officer Tatum is a sellout, no doubt. Hell yeah. Stay on his head. Y'all stay on his head. Pause again for safety. But he getting chewed up. Pause. God damn, we can't say shit no more. He's getting defeated in the YouTube streets. Right? Cool. No pause. There we go. It's a double-edged sword. And so the mere
fact that they can say, okay, well, no, race wasn't a factor. And then you have the other black man who said that he was constantly subjected to pictures of black people eating watermelons, N-words sprawled on the bathroom. So now he worked there until 2017. So he worked there for 12 years, 2005 to 2017, until he could take it no longer. Now this man, Anthony Ferrill, worked from 2003 to 2020 until he had enough. And so,
you know what it also shows? What it also shows is ain't no other black person did it because they're trying to work and survive. They're going to go through the bullshit for a long period of time. Yes, master, I'll take the whip. I'll take the nigger joke, sir. From 03 to 2020, and from the guy that was on the phone talking, he was there from like 05 to 2017, putting up with this shit. See, this is what we got to deal with. Just like when the first black girl went to the motherfucking school where the white folks at, did she get mad and want to come back and shoot and kill everybody? No. She stayed in school, got her education. Why being picked on and ridiculed? Nigga, we have been picked on, fucked over, ridiculed, and killed on our own fucking land, and we have not done nothing about it but stay through the bullshit. I'm fed up, I quit. Well, last motherfucker fed up, I'm start killing motherfuckers. That's how you fucking do it. Instead of killing yourself, unless you go out in a blaze of glory. But like you already know what it is. There's ways of doing shit. Find out who did the shit. Track the location and ice that motherfucker. It ain't what you do, it's how you do it. But this motherfucker is going to make motherfuckers be like, you know what? I'm tired of these motherfucking racist motherfuckers too on the job. I'll be back with my burner. Yeah, fuck the Miller Corporation. Told you, when the nuclear wars end, the corporate wars begin.
Once again, they are unwilling to just admit that, yeah, we probably had something to do with it. And the 5 people they were never, they were never racist towards them. We don't know that. We don't know what those people were doing. We don't know how many other instances of racism that he had to endure. Now, if you don't know, let's listen to a white woman who worked there as well
And she's going to also admit that, yes, there was a staunch odor of racism permeating throughout that building.
Well, they describe him as a hardworking family man. You know, you mentioned police being here at Anthony Ferrill's home all night into today. At some points, as you showed there, they were moving a lot of evidence from this home. But people who live in this community find it very hard to believe it was their neighbor who could open fire on 5 coworkers. The person they described to me as knowing is someone who was a family man, who was hardworking, but was working in an extremely uncomfortable environment.
Yeah, and we are working in an extremely uncomfortable environment. It's called the United States Corporation that was colonized. People was already over here. They get over here and confuse y'all stupid asses. Come here and get Christianity. You're not indigenous. You're not native. You are black. You are a nigger. You are African American. The fuck out of here. We used to know who the fuck we were. We had a language, name, and culture. We had our own gods, not the Christian one. Now we all got post-traumatic slave disorder and Stockholm syndrome. The fuck on out of here. We better wake up. For real. Some people may say what that black man did was wrong. To me, wrong and right is a state of mind. When you fed up being hit with racism every fucking day, now he could have just went to another job because he was an electrician also. He could have left the brewery and stayed electrician, but times is hard. And motherfuckers working at a brewery get money. And an electrician gets money. He could have motherfucker stopped their brewery shit and opened up his own electric business if he didn't already have it in effect. But obviously, if you're an independent contractor as an electrician, you got to get your own contract. So, like, you got to use your gift for the gab, talk to some companies, and see if you can get it in, or go around to neighborhoods, let motherfuckers know that you can fix electric and shit. You motherfucking get your money up. It's gonna take time. You ain't have to stay around racism. There's a peaceful solution to this. You could have just quit. I'm not gonna go all out and be like, I'm glad he killed some motherfuckers. No, like, there was a way of doing this. You could have just quit your job and focus on your own business as being an electrician. Real shit. But if you was gonna motherfucker do some murking, you should have did some investigating, some independent investigating, and found the motherfucker on your own, took the motherfucker out. Because if you're willing to kill, then you should have been willing to sit down and chill and plan out some shit. And you would have still got the job done. It would have been 5 motherfuckers. 1 motherfucker with the idea, and the other 4 motherfuckers that was in on it laughing, snickering and shit. Even the phone agrees. Boy, that have to have been the right way to go. You feel me? Even my phone agrees.
At Anthony Ferrill's home Thursday, 12 news cameras were there as investigators pulled a tub full of evidence covered in brown wrapping out the side door, hoping to explain more about the deadly shooting at Molson Coors. But people who tell us they knew the 51-year-old claim he's not the type of person they thought would carry out a mass shooting.
Yeah, I would have expected him to be someone.
Damn, that motherfucker. Right, I wouldn't expect it either. He don't even look like a killer.
For 3 environment. At Anthony Ferrill's home Thursday, 12 news cameras were there as investigators pulled a tub full of evidence covered in brown wrapping out the side door, hoping to explain more about the deadly shooting at Molson Coors. But people who tell us they knew the 51-year-old claim he's not the type of person they thought would carry out a mass shooting.
Yeah, I would have expected him to be someone, to do that.
This woman who asked not to be identified claimed she worked with Ferrill for 3 years.
Hardworking, problem solving, good person.
But there was one problem the woman told us could not be solved.
A lot of racial things there that shouldn't go on there.
What kinds of things?
People would openly say the N-word in front of me.
Openly say the N-word in front of you. Why are you hiding your face, though? Because you don't want your other white friends to see that you was talking to the news on the behalf of a nigger. You don't want to get death threats. You defended a nigger. Bitch, you might as well should quit that job, because if a motherfucker recognized your voice, they were like, yeah, you was talking to the news. I recognize that voice. Nigga lover. you know, and she gonna get scared and she gonna be forced to leave. I don't want to be harassed.
That happens.
But one thing about her is she's a woman. All thing she got to do is go to the higher ups, and the higher ups is coming down to fire people. Y'all know darn well we on the women's side. Y'all better cut this racist shit out. Whisper that shit. I better not hear it. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers getting fired.
Where we had a work meeting and somebody, put a noose in the bathroom there and, said something and, no one should have to deal with that.
She told me she addressed the problems with the offenders directly, but regrets not going to management.
But I said it for myself. You know what I mean? You're not going to do that around me.
Which goes back to what I said earlier. That's why motherfuckers randomly had to get murked, because it may not been you, but you know the motherfucker that did the racist shit. You just admitted that you talked to the motherfucker face to face and didn't go to management. So if your ass would have got hit that day, yeah, should have went to management, bitch. That would have been that so-called good karma that would have saved your ass for that day. You probably would have been in the bathroom when the incident occurred, or you probably would have ran late for work that day and came up to the door and heard gunshots and turned your ass back around and hopped in your whip and got the fuck off and called 911 like, there's a shooting going on at my job. There's a shooting going on at my job.
Plain and simple.
Now look.
Sound like a Mortal Kombat character rated.
She told the motherfuckers, right? I want y'all to hear this. She told the people directly, don't do this shit around me. But she didn't go to management. Meaning, she's not a snitch.
Yeah, that's
right.
It.
She's not a snitch on the clock, but like, don't do that shit around me. You know?
But she lose all those points because you snitching to the news, but you hide your face.
She could have got jumped in the bathroom. In the bathroom area. Because you say in the bathroom area, right? Unless they all got a unisex bathroom, what you doing in a man's bathroom?
Right, and he put nooses in the man's bathroom. Yeah, what you doing in the man's bathroom?
Well, maybe I misheard it. Let's go back.
Address the problems with the offenders directly, but regrets not going.
Wait.
All kinds of things. People would openly say the N-word in front of me. Was incidents where we were meeting and somebody, put a noose in the bathroom there and, said something and, no one should have to deal with that.
She told me she addressed the problems with the offenders directly, but regrets not going to management.
But I said it for myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she did say the noose in the bathroom. So what, y'all got a unisex bathroom where your ass walked in the man's bathroom and saw some shit? You followed the motherfucking nigga in the bathroom. He's like, y'all is putting a noose in here. Look, I don't approve of that. Don't do that. Did she close the man's bathroom door and went to her own bathroom? Or y'all got a unisex bathroom? I don't get it.
How the fuck does that work?
You're not going to do that around me. Plain and simple. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Some people wouldn't talk to me, after that.
Neither Milwaukee Police, the FBI, or Molson Coors will respond directly to the allegations of a toxic racial environment back in Ferrill's neighborhood, growing disbelief about the investigations.
Right, got the FBI involved. All right, motherfuckers, we drink this beer. Now y'all got racism behind this shit? What the fuck going on? First Bud Light with the faggot shit, now Miller with the racist shit. Yo, nigga, we the FBI, we drink this beer. All right? Y'all better get y'all shit together before we're going to start arresting people. FBI. Some bullshit. Because the people don't even agree. Man, nigga, they about to investigate this shit. They all racist.
Still unfolding.
So I never thought he was in that working.
And to prove to you about that, look up J. Edgar Hoover, the motherfucker from the FBI. The motherfucking racist FBI looking into some racist shit. Come on now. This is why the people say, oh yeah, nigga, we don't think they're going to investigate because we're old enough to know about what happened in the 60s. Some people are still alive from the 60s. Some people still have bites on their feet and ass. and thighs and legs, pause, from the motherfucking German shepherds that was fucking them up. Some people still got the motherfucking water hose, motherfucking bruises and shit when they got knocked to a goddamn wall or a pole and shit, getting hit with a water hose. Motherfuckers are still alive. Saying that's not that long ago. That's just the 60s. You know, what nobody say, yes, I'm 38. But if there's motherfuckers still alive that can still remember segregation, dog, then that means that's not that fucking long ago. You know, what nobody say. That was a long time ago. No, the fuck it wasn't. And yeah, the most damning thing of all, most black folks want to get a German Shepherd. I'm like, why would you want to get the dog that that was fucking our ancestors up, that was fighting in the struggle? And knowing the history behind the goddamn dog too. Like, niggas. Get it together. Like, what the fuck? Just thinking about it, just
Anything like this. So, like I said to the kids, you maybe.
Now, this lady is white. Don't mind showing her face. But the chick that want to keep her job, she cares. But like, it's like an elderly lady. She don't mind. She probably getting retirement money. She got to lose. Let a motherfucker say something. She'll call her grandkids and they'll come through. And if not, she'll probably shoot a motherfucker herself with a tutu.
Went around. So I triggered him that way. Maybe something went around. So I triggered him that way.
Garrett, do you have any indication whether Ferrill filed any complaints? No indication of that just Patrick. No response from Molson Coors. That former coworker said she talked to the people who she heard using the N-word directly, but says she did not go to management. We also reached out to the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, the agency which handles and investigates workplace discrimination.
She says she regrets not going to management. Get it right, newscaster. She says she regretted because she probably says she regretted because the fucking shit could have been prevented. You know, shit could have been prevented. And she could have, like did some 90s sitcom shit and rounded up a whole bunch of white folks and be like, look, we're going to motherfucking stop all this racist rhetoric in this bitch because we don't want no tension. Real shit, like, this is no different from being bullied in motherfucking school and the nigga come back and Columbine this bitch. So it's like, yo.
Person with the EEOC said they could not confirm or deny the existence of an investigation related to Anthony Ferrill or Molson Coors, and they said at least we checked court records and there were no lawsuits filed by the EEOC on behalf of Anthony Ferrill. Patrick.
Well, we should learn more in the days to come. Derek Rose reporting live from Milwaukee's Northwest Side.
You ain't gonna learn no more in the day to come because he never made a complaint. He knew racist shit was going on. He just got tired. So 2003 to 2020, y'all do the math. Y'all do the math. I mean, 2023 to 2026. I mean, sorry about that. Y'all do the math.
Yeah, because the 2020 incident was when they put the noose on his locker, but he wasn't at work. He had his day off. And I know they looked as silly as fuck, like, ha ha ha. He gonna come to work and see a noose on his locker. Huh? Oh, it's his day off? Damn. But fuck it, keep it on the locker. Keep it on the locker. And then they talk about like the cameras can't maneuver and like find out the face, but you got cameras everywhere else to make sure a nigga don't steal. You got who's coming in and out, but you don't got nothing by the lockers, which is very important because people keep the important shit in their lockers. You would expect that the camera would be full-fledged right there, but you can't see a motherfucker putting the noose on a locker. How the fuck does that work? Because racism protect other races. Like, come on now. It is what it is. But old girl, seeing the people, like, yo, don't do it. Because at the end of the day, those motherfuckers could have possibly potentially been the motherfuckers that did it. She could have went to the black guy. The black guy be like, oh, those the motherfucker that was saying the N-word, bet it up. He go home and plot like, yup, come back, get they info, and clap they motherfucking heads off. Go with the strategic strategy. Don't just come back blasting everybody. But I understand. It's called going postal at a brewery. So we need a motherfucking killing term from a brewery. Because going postal is a motherfucker shooting up a mail spot. You know, shooting up a mail carrier with the postal service. Going postal. You know, I guess, right? Is I'm getting that right or wrong? I'm high. But anyway, let me get up out of here. Finish off the last of this video.
Because I can't do the math, obviously.
And that report is not to be confused with number 5 Devils from the Chicago Bulls. But nevertheless, you heard a white woman say, listen, I heard them say the N-word, and on a separate occasion, not the one that hung in his locker, a noose was hung in the bathroom. And she said, well, I addressed the people directly because she knew she couldn't go to HR because HR was probably going to get rid of her because, once again, we know that white supremacy protects white supremacy. And one of the worst things you can be is an N-word lover. And so she had to basically talk to them one-on-one, which didn't do no good if you're not going to address the group and address it publicly. That's probably why she only worked there for 3 years. They shipped her on out. Like she said, some of them wouldn't talk to her. I'm pretty sure they went to HR on her as well. And, you know, the guy was like, well, did he file any complaints with the EEOC? He probably did. Once again, the EEOC, they are connected with these big businesses. Miller is a great big company, so they can easily throw some money at the problem like, yo, chill out there. We're going to get rid of him. Now, they're calling him a former employee. So we don't know if he just got fired and he went in and opened fire. But you heard the other black guy say, Mr. Clyburn, say, listen, you know, they fired me for quote unquote attendance issues. You know, they can give you any reason that they will fire you for. But, you know, once again, this is an example of how racism refused, even after it is boiling over to the point of the black man coming to work and blowing away 5 white people. But now that we just don't know if it was racially motivated with all of this evidence right in your face.
Right.
And so this is continuously what we have to deal with, especially
with all this evidence in your face. You can have like an inspector come through to inspect the site and see the racist stickers on people's lockers. He goes to the bathroom, see niggers splattered all over the stalls. And be like, this is a racist, toxic environment. Do something about this, or I'm gonna have to flag your company. You know, but no inspection. Oh yeah, they do have inspection. Like, we're inspecting for mice and bugs and shit, and spiders and shit. We don't expect the other shit, you know. But you know, come on now. If you're the biggest corporation, like, don't y'all want your name to be cool? Bud Light already tarnished their reputation. I need to look at where they stock fell. And after this case with Miller, I need to see how their stock gonna fall. I need to keep my eye on the motherfucking money right now. This was just supposed to be some news shit, but nah, this is more than that. It's like motherfuckers don't understand. Since Trump got in, motherfuckers have been ramping up the racism. The news machine is ramping up race war. And they're showing a whole bunch of channels stoking the division, but dance around the words. That's the shit that pissed me off. And the other part is, you see it going on, but don't talk about it. And if you talk about it with anger in your voice or too truthfully, we'll fuck your channel up or get rid of your channel or make sure your notifications don't go out. But whoever hear me now, I'm glad y'all do. Because one, the fucking shit need to be called out. The racism in this country has ramped the fuck up. And yes, they are trying to promote a race war. But it's only to get the eyes away from the government. But I see the bigger picture. And this is something that I have to face. A reality. If any fucking shit start, rather if it's a race war, a civil war, a rebellion, a real insurrection, not that bullshit on January 7th or January 6th, whatever the fuck, or a revolution, then emergency powers will be activated. Martial law will begin. And Trump will be what everybody theorized, the last fucking president. They're pushing our backs against the wall so we come out swinging and shooting. This right here is the beginning of that. And I'm cataloging it. This is not just an isolated incident. This is the beginning of the race war. So we need to catalog this. This needs to be cataloged. Because they're so quick to not rule in racism, but the evidence show racism. Same with the Nolan Wells situation. Same with the boy that got drowned on a fucking congressman's fucking land. Same for the other girl hung on a fucking tree behind an abando. Same for motherfucking black niggas hung on golf courses. Same for motherfucking black kids hung on college campuses. In one case, a motherfucker hung himself with broken legs. How the fuck does that work? Nothing to see here. Nothing here. It ain't racism. Go back to work, nigga. Oh, you rich? Oh, even if you got a bench, you're still a nigga. They'll say it to your face or they'll say it behind closed doors. And some will say it just to see your reaction. And they got a reaction. The reaction that's needed. Because like I said, those 5 white folks are probably the innocent motherfuckers that didn't do it. But just like the white girl said, I confronted the motherfuckers and told them, don't do that shit around me instead of going to management. Which means those innocent 5 people that got murked probably know the white folks that did it. Even the phone agrees. Boing! That's synchronicity and confirmation. Catalog it. People got to understand what's going on. People will call me racist for talking about this, but it is what it is. That shows how ignorant you are. And I keep on forgetting half of this country read at a 6th grade level and below. So I can't expect half of the country to understand what the fuck I'm talking about. Because they can't read, comprehend, or use critical thinking skills, which means you'll be easily controlled, just like Yuval Noah Harari said. Humans are hackable animals, but you gotta be dumbed down enough for you to be hackable. Because if the kids can't read, the parents can't read either. Use your common sense. They think we stupid on all fucking levels. This is why after a revolution, after the Civil War, after the race war, after motherfuckers run to their bunkers and the shit get nuked, because like it's like Method Man said in that interview with Wu-Tang, they gonna have to nuke us. They gonna have to do this martial law shit. Motherfuckers getting fed up. He was saying this shit in the 90s. Well, we have reached that motherfucking boiling point right now. But I did give a stealthier solution to this type of shit. Find out who's doing the shit so you can get the motherfucker directly. Don't just go to a place shooting up shit. You know? But that day, Mind you, everybody said this man was a great person, great record. He just snapped and went postal. You got to understand how serious that is. Understand how serious that is. 2, we can go with voice of God weapon. Yeah, now we're getting conspiratorial now. But he looked like a man that was not a killer. He looked like a man that was just fed up. He been there from 2003 to 2026. So no telling how much racism he dealt with. The only shit that's documented was a noose being on his locker in 2020. 5 years, 6 years prior to him shooting up the place. So there's only so much a motherfucker can endure. This is what I say. When your back's pushed against the wall, you're either going to come out swinging or you're going to come out shooting. Here we go. Bling. Because that's a fucking fact. You put a bug in your hand, a friendly bug, and you begin to squeeze the hand, it's going to fight for its fucking life. Simple as that. But anyway, let's get back to about to finish this out so I can get up out of here.
Of course, that's why, I've lost, I would say I've lost at least $300,000 a year jobs in my time in corporate America when I just wouldn't put up with it. And I'm going to tell you to your face, and we can take it outside, or I'm not putting up with it. And so that's one thing that, a lot of people.
So for brothers want to get into the corporate world, that's what you got to deal with. Brothers want to get into the military, that's what they got to deal with. Brothers want to motherfucking fuck with the government, that's what you got to deal with. Simple.
Are not able to do because of financial obligations, families, loved ones, children, college funds, et cetera, et cetera. And then some people.
Well, one thing I can say, that motherfucker made a statement. If you keep being racist to the wrong motherfucking black person, he gonna come back and blast y'all ass. Super clean record, no complaints. One day, wake up, pow, 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 pow. So,
and going back to the Joker, one bad day. One bad day. One bad day. Or we can go to Doctor Who. It's called Demon's Run. He went on the Demon's Run. What Demon's Run means in Doctor Who lore, it means when a good man goes to war. Because that's one thing that you don't want to see. A good man going to war. Because a good man knows what he has to do. Surviving the fire, surviving the flood, surviving the abyss of dealing with society, to dealing with people, family, lovers. I know what to do to you motherfuckers now. It's like when a hermit comes out the fucking cave, or the hermit comes out the shell, a whole new being. But living in a state of knowing. You got to eradicate evil. There is no compromise. There is no coexisting. It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. In the words of motherfucking Kyle Reese. It's not going to stop until you're dead. And we got to live where we have to think like this in the projects. But now it's in the world. Kill or be killed. Play or get played. So it's like, yo, it's wild out here. But going back to what my past self said, the motherfucker made a statement. Even the phone agrees. The motherfucker made a statement. Y'all gonna fuck with the wrong person at that job and he gonna come back and blast y'all asses. Because some motherfuckers are not afraid of jail and some motherfuckers not afraid of taking they self out. I need to follow up on this investigation because they was taking shit out of his house. I need to know what the fuck was covered up. They probably try to spin a narrative like he was already crazy and got a manifesto type shit. When they do some shit like that, now this whole conversation done turn into central casting and MK Ultra, but more of central casting to instill fear. But probably not only in community, but now inside of corporations. This could probably be part of the corporate war also. You know, Miller probably going up against Foster's Australian phobia. It's probably a motherfucker organized hit. Send somebody over there with a phony backstory. Put some agents in that bitch, throw some racist shit in there. But no, that is highly far-fetched because there's people that have just got done saying, we've been there for years and been racist shit going on forever. You see, you know, you want to make something up, but you can't. Because racism is clearly in your face. And the man got fed up and he went back to go shoot some people. So hopefully this is a statement. Stop being fucking racist. Miller, get some people to clean all those racist stickers off the walls. Paint the motherfucking stalls. Bars. I didn't mean to rhyme. I didn't fucking mean to rhyme. But paint that shit and then start doing disciplinary actions against the shit. And if y'all hear something, see something, say something. Thank you. Because if you don't, I'm going to fire all you motherfuckers and replace y'all with fucking robots. Because that's what we're going to do in the next 5 years, everybody. Oh, for real, no clap. Well, get back to work. Get back to work. Rip Miller, bitch. Drink a MGD.
Let that be a lesson. Y'all keep putting up nooses, throwing stickers on, racist stickers on people's locker. One day y'all might come to work and it might be y'all last day. Or somebody that you know last day. Like I said, in the eyes of some people, this was a good thing. In the eyes of some people, thou shalt not kill. But the only way to get rid of racism is if you kill it. But you gotta cut the root. What's the root of racism? Get to the root of the problem. Cut the shit from the root. But since the root has been dug deep in the ground, because this is over years of time, we got over 400 plus years. I want to say when Earth was created, the humans are the first slaves to God. Let's keep it 1,000. Anyway, cut it from the root. Since HR don't work, going to the law don't work, take the law into your own hands.
It's like, yeah, like, nah, if I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out in a blaze, just like my brother did. And so, you know, they said he liked to, you know, fix guns at a hobby. Like, all of his neighbors and all the people they talked to him, all of them had nothing but good things to say about him. So why once again, it's sort of like, you know, the victimhood, the Karen victimhood that we see, where they just keep messing with black people and messing with black people, messing with black women. Then when the black woman go upside their head, they start crying and hollering, why did you do that to me? And that is what I can like in this situation too. But as I mentioned, once again, surely oppression makes a wise man mad. That is why we see things like this. Black Jerry, I don't know if y'all remember this. Remember that story we did, you know, about a year ago. Black Jerry, they called him Black Jerry, and he went in there and just let off on him too, because of all the racism. And sometimes I think it was in Wisconsin too. Matter of fact, so all of these cities that, you know, Milwaukee is I
guess, a urban city, but still, you know, there are those attitudes that once again permeate every sector of society, and most importantly, the workplace. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this video.
Yeah, and the shit been going on for years. When all they have to do is just motherfucking disciplinary action. When you see something, say something. And paint these motherfucking stalls. Get all these niggers shit off goddamn walls. Motherfucker. It's like, yo. But the chick gave it away. But like, what's crazy is the first thing the news lady say is not racially motivated. Less than 10 seconds later, this is potentially racially motivated. It's like, this is fucking wild. And then we have the white ladies say that racism goes on at this job. Like, what the fuck? One white lady didn't want to show her face. The other lady, they gave her a brief talking, but she showed her face. So it's like, what the fuck? But what he should have did was found out who did it, followed them home, and then blast his ass maybe a week later on payday. You know? And then go home like nothing happened. You know? Instead of coming back blasting everybody. But he think like, shit, fuck it. It may not be you, but you know who did it. Because old girl gave it away. She said she talked to the people like, don't do this shit around me. But they still haven't explained. It's like, is it a unisex bathroom or not? Because how the fuck, you know, like, you know, these people putting shit on the bathroom stall if you're not in there. So did you go inside the men's bathroom? Would you watch some people talk to each other? Hey, yo, we gonna put this noose in the bathroom, and the girl looking at it from a distance because like she's a nosy bitch. She's like, is that a noose? I gotta go stop this. Kicked open the men's bathroom door and said, don't do that around me. I'm like, bitch, this the men's bathroom. That's the or is it a unisex bathroom? You know, you gotta make a joke about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, remind you, I'm just going by what the fuck they're telling me. And when you're using your critical thinking skills and comprehension skills and common sense, you gotta ask these fucking questions. Like, bitch, how the fuck you know they put the noose in the men's bathroom? Now, we understand putting the noose on the motherfucker locker, everybody walking past to see this shit, or you got the locker area, motherfuckers walking past to see this shit. You know, it may not be the whole crowd of people, like, you know, but damn, I'm thinking it's a motherfucking store, but it's not, it's a brewery. So everybody gonna see it. You know, if it's the men's bathroom, all the men gonna see it because I gotta go to the bathroom. But still. But fuck that racist shit. That nigga came back, shot 5 people and killed himself. You know. Clean record, didn't make no complaints. Motherfucker been there since 2003. So, you know, but what is the positive thing he could have did? I said in the video, let me say it again before I end this. He could have just quit his job and focused on something else. But obviously the job was paying more, you know, like whatever. But I think he should have started his own shit. He, you know, he had enough money in his bank account, probably had a good family. You already know what it is. Work together, start a business, you know, or just say, fuck it. You know, you can live off your savings or your checking for a minute until you find another gig, but you got to get the fuck away from a toxic environment before you fuck around and crash out. But I think people should crash out like a ninja, you know, or like Splinter Cell or Agent 47 from Hitman. You know what I'm saying? You know, oh, you talking shit? Okay, cool. Find out where you at. and have a conversation. All you're gonna see is a smile and a flash of light, and it's gonna happen that night. Bars. But that's it for that. It's only 2 seconds. I mean, yeah, 2 seconds. Don't need to hear no more. I got to get ready for work in the next hour. So hope everybody have a cool day, cool afternoon, cool evening, cool night. Shout out to Eyes Wide Shut. Shout out to Jaden the Knife. Shout out to Jordan. You already know what it is, and everybody is going to catch the playback. You know, gotta work. And hopefully I do a Detroit After Dark. Hopefully I do a Sunday service. We'll see how that shit go. But we're down to the last couple days. And one thing I can say, this 7-day stretch went by a little fast. But at the same time, my body says otherwise. I still need some rest. I only got maybe like 3, probably 4 hours of sleep because I like did that live and I try to make myself go to sleep. You know that midnight shift is a motherfucker. You gotta, you really gotta try to force yourself to go to sleep. And like the only way for me to really do that is if I don't take a nap before work. But I need to take a nap before work because I'm doing a fucking night shift. What the fuck? I'd be stupid not to. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I first did that shit, I was like, ooh, I gotta make sure I get some rest. Ooh, make sure I have some coffee. Ooh, make sure I have some weed and some rock music. I am Gucci. But some bad shit happening in the world right now. Hell yeah. It ain't too much on Andy Burnham and Nigel Farage, but I know they got some plans brewing. They got some plans brewing over there in the UK. I got my eye on Andy Burnham and Nigel Farage. I know they plotting something. And fuck YouTube for fucking with my UK correspondent Vonta, you fucking YouTube bitches. But get up out of here. Mad shit happened all over. I hope that fire got put out over there. I forgot where that fire was at over there. It was fucking up something over there in the UK. I hope the fire died down. As a matter of fact, it been a minute. It should already been burned out by now. Hopefully. I'll check around the world. I need to see what's popping with Russia and China. And Japan. They have been being loads. Okay. Yeah, that be yup. Loads of fires. Hell yeah. Then they're doing this shit for data centers and smart cities. And what's crazy is once I saw the shit up on that motherfucking HHN I did where like it was a fire that happened in the area, but like weeks prior or like days prior, there was a authorized data center for that whole specific area that was burnt up, and the map covers the map, like the fire map and the map for the data center, it overlaps. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. It's like they burnt the shit specifically in the right geometrical pattern for the data center. I'm like, yo, if it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, what the fuck, right? It's a data center. So anyway, man, let me get up out of here. Shouts out to everybody. Much love to my guy, this Vonta, my UK correspondent. I miss you, baby. Fuck YouTube. We out. And I'm over there on my 7th TikTok, Hurricane JW7. And
Viewer discretion is advised on X, so I don't recommend it. And on Kick, I'm Hurricane, and I just got rid of my Instagram. I'm trying to free up some space. I ain't know TikTok take up a lot of fucking space, so like something had to give. So Instagram is done, and I'm in the process of deleting some more files, videos, and pictures and shit because it's all old from my old news and shit. So I got to get rid of it. Clear up some space for this shit. It said fire start even when it's raining. Now that is fucking crazy. But they will call me crazy for saying that. It's like fire don't happen while it's raining because the rain will put out the fire. Oh yeah, you will fucking think so. Well, not this fire. This fire is from the government. I think they fucking made this shit like Greek fire. This that motherfucking fire. Well, it's the fire from the gods because I don't believe in that Greek shit. Well, bitch, you better. Ever seen electric fire? No? Well, get ready because once they build that data center over there in that fired area, the next 10 years or the next and they blow that bitch up, it's gonna be a blue flame. Yoga flame. They'll actually call me crazy for saying the fire will go while it's raining. They'll think I'm lying. I'm like, yo, I have people over there that can actually see this shit happening right now. But anyway, let me get up out of here, man. Shouts out to everybody. Hope everybody have a cool day, cool afternoon, cool evening, and cool night. Shout out to everybody in y'all respective time zones. Shouts out to the UK. You already know. And we out. Peace.